So I'm gonna do a special nail video today. I am going to be doing my favorite, the Cramps album cover, Bad Music for Bad People. So while we're doing this today, I'm gonna kind of go over a little bit of the band history. So in 1972 in Sacramento, California, Eric Perkaiser picked up hitchhiker Christy Wallace. And a few weeks later, they became super close by taking the same class, Arts and Shamanism, in Sacramento City College. They fell in love and realized they had a lot of similar interests. So they moved in pretty quickly, and Eric became Lux Interior on vocals and Christy Poison Ivy on guitar. They did move to Akron, Ohio for roughly a year and a half, living frugally to move to New NYC in 1975. While working in a record store in NYC, Lux met Greg Beckerleg, who was also interested in starting a band, and he transformed himself to Brian Gregory and invited his sister to be on drums. Pam did not end up panning out, so they found a fellow Ohioan, Miriam Lena, after a year of unleashing onto the punk scene, performing at CBGB and Max's Kansas City, and they even opened for the Ramones. So that's a big deal, right? Lena left to be replaced by Nick Stepanoff, and he's also known as Nick Knox. So in 1979, they were signed to IRS, and their first EP was Gravest Hits. Then they immediately traveled to Europe to open for the Police for their European tour. And their first full-length album, The Lord Taught Us, released in 1980. Gregory left and they moved to Hollywood and recruited Kid Congo Powers as a second guitarist to record Psychedelic Jungle. In 1981, the Cramps ended up suing their label IRS over unpaid royalties. And while waiting on the lawsuit, they couldn't even record for 2 years. And at the end, they also were required to release another album, which was the last album they released on IRS, which was the Bad Music for Bad People, which is what Goo Goo Muck is on. Also in 1981, they played at Napa Valley State Mental Institute. The first thing that Lux said is, "Somebody told me you people are crazy, but I'm not so sure about that. You seem to be all right to me." And they played like a full hour set. You can find videos, Google, YouTube, of at least 20 minutes of it. It's a really cool video. In 1983, they released Smell of a Female, and Kid Congo left shortly after. The Cramps finally found a new album, or a new label, UK-based, The Big Beat, and they released A Date with Elvis in 1986. In 1994, they actually had their U.S. national TV debut performing Ultra Twist on Conan O'Brien. In 1995, they were on Beverly Hills 90210 on the Halloween episode Mean Machine and Strangelove. In 2001, they had a 25th anniversary revival. They revived their Vengeance label, which was their own label, and reissued every album post IRS label. This was actually the tour that I saw them on, and they were amazing live. If you never got to see the Cramps live, I definitely suggest looking videos. But the craziness of the fans and the audience is just really not portrayed. You really had to be there. In 2002, they appeared as the band The Bird Brains on SpongeBob. And you can even see in the characters, they kind of look like each of the band members. And in 2003, they released Fiends of Dope Island, which is a really good album. And actually, this is the one that I saw them on tour, and it was fabulous. Unfortunately, in February 2009, Lux Interior did pass due to an aortic dissection. The Cramps really revolutionized psychobilly. and punk. They actually took the term psychobilly from Johnny Cash's song One Piece at a Time. Poison Ivy and Lux Interior were married for 37 years, and they loved each other until he passed in 2009. So this is a little bit about the Cramps. Listen to all the albums. Listen to all the songs. Goo Goo Muck is fabulous, but everything that they did was really, really great.